Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell. Brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Bobby Lee, through the park by the tree. We will rest upon the ground, look at all the bugs we found, then safely walk to school without a sound. Safely walk to school without a sound. Here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. Dirt upon our uniform from chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to read. Now in books, show and tell. At playtime we'll throw the ball back to class down the hall. Teacher marks our hide against the wall. Teacher marks our hide against the wall. We don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. Teacher thinks that I sound funny, but she likes the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream while I'm in bed. So this song runs through my head about the bugs in the alphabet. And tomorrow when I wake I bet that you and I will walk together again. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I'm gonna start off with a big flat brush. And we're going to start off with the sky. I'm going to start off with white. I'm just going to go for a big old goop of white. And right in the middle of your paper or your canvas, just start going back and forth, back and forth. Go back and forth up a little, back and forth down a little. And if you can't do that, go ahead and get more paint so that you can. It's supposed to be slip and slide. So once you do that, this is the bottom of the sky. I'm going to dip my brush in the white and just a little bit of yellow. A little bit more. Just a little bit of yellow. And right at the bottom of that white, I'm going to go back and forth. Should be a very, very, very light yellow. So after that, I'm going to go back and I'm just going to get a big old goop of yellow. And start going back and forth, back and forth. Go down, go up. Huge goop of yellow. Back and forth, back and forth. Down, up, down, up. Can you see that? There's a big glare. I have a light above me and it shines in the wet paint. Next, I'm going to get a big goop of the red. I'm going to start off at the top. And I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Get another big goop of red. And I'm going to start going back and forth. I'm going to go back and forth, down into the yellow. And then up into the red. Down into the yellow, up into the red. Don't go all the way down into the yellow. So I've got a lot of red. I think I have too much red. So I'm going to get another big goop of yellow and just go right over here because what I want is orange right here. If you happen to have orange, go ahead and just squirt a big blob of orange right here. Back and forth, back and forth. I want there to be more yellow at the bottom, so I'm going to, you can either clean your brush, I'm going to grab another brush and get another big goop of yellow just at the bottom. Okay, moving on. We're going to move on to the water now. We're going to start off at the very bottom of the water. So I'm just going to get a big scoop of blue. This is blue, if you can see. Another big scoops. I have to get a lot of... Oops. Just go up halfway up the water. Now I'm going to get a dip of the blue, yellow, and a little bit of white. Just dipping in all three colors and just start going back and forth, back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. Now see my blue on the bottom is really wet, so I'm going to go back and forth, down into the blue. Not all the way down, but just a little bit so that it mixes. And then I'm going to go back up into the teal, back down into the dark blue, up into the teal, down into some of this here. If you have the color teal, like it's like teal, if you have that, or like turquoise, you could just squirt that out at the top. That works as well. All right. So you can see there. All right, next we're going to do the sun. This time, instead of a big brush, I'm going to get this is called like a pointed brush. It's just round all the way around. And I'm going to dip it in I'm going to get a big blob of the white, so you can see, and pick where you want your sun to go. I'm going to say right here. I'm going to put a blob, and then I'm just going to kind of start doing circular motions like so. Like this is big. Circular. Start off small and get bigger and bigger until that's how big you want your sun. So my yellow is really wet, which works because unless you want like a white sun, it kind of makes it like a light yellow sun. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. I mean, the sun is a big ball of fire. All right. Next, we're going to do the sailboat, and I'm just going to use black. I'm using a small flat brush, but you can use a small pointy brush as well. And we're going to start. I'm going to dip it in the black here, and just pick over the water. I'm going to do a line going horizontal. And then just keep doing a couple lines so it makes a triangular shape. Maybe do one side. Now it's like it's supposed to be the bottom of the boat. Next, I'm going to get another big dip of the black, and I'm going to do a line right up the middle. I'm turning it on the skinny side if you're using a flat brush. So there's a fat side. I'm going to turn it sideways so it'll make a skinny line. There's the pole. So you can see my paint is is still wet, but that's no problem. I'm just going to get some more black. There you go. If you're using a watercolor or like a poster paint, You could also use like a marker, a black marker, to draw the sailboat, or cut out some black construction paper is also a cool thing, a cool little project. Now I'm going to do 2 triangles on either side of the pole. Bloop, bloop. Triangles have 3 sides, so 1, 2, 3. As you can see, it's turning yellow, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. And then once we're done with that, I'm gonna get the blue again, and I'm gonna do 3 lines below the boat. That's supposed to be like a shadow. And if you want to get really fancy, you could do a bird in the sky, get some black, and could do like simplified birds, like a bloop bloop. Maybe a smaller one. And then another thing you could do is you could get some white. So this is still wet for me, so get a big goop of that, and you could do some lines below here, like it's the sun, it's a reflection of the sun. All right, and that is it. I'm Melissa Mae. This is Painting with Mae, and I'll see you guys next week, Tuesday at noon Central Time.